we're doing it. I'm starting my YouTube channel. So, hi, welcome to my channel. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for so long, so I'm gonna do it. And if you're here, thanks for watching. I'm gonna be talking about the books I want to read for the rest of the year. This is my end of year TBR. We are in the month of August, and I still have a lot of books to read. I know I'm not gonna read them all, but these are the 18 books that I want to read for sure this year. I know I'm going to read other books. I'm probably not going to read some of these, but these are my high priority books that I know I want to get to this year. I hope I can get to this year. They're either really anticipated releases or books part of a series that I've been reading. Just books that I know I want to get to this year. So let's get started. The first book that I want to get to is Long Way Down by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. This book, I've been reading this series for like over 2 years. I love it. I love it so much. I just want to read it forever. And this is the second to last book. I only have Some Kind of Perfect left, which makes me so sad. I've been putting it off for so long, but I do not want 2024 to end without me reading this book. So this is the first book that I know I want to get to this year. Will they stay? We'll find out. The next book that I want to get to is Butcher and Blackbird. I've seen this all over. I've seen everyone talk about this book and I feel like I need to read it. I've seen like the aesthetics of it and it looks really interesting, so I'm excited to read this one. The next book on my list is Cross the Line. This is an F1 romance. I love F1 romances, but I haven't read many, so I'm excited to read this one. The cover is stunning. Look at that cover. I'm excited for this one. This one I'm super excited about. A novel love story by Ashley Poston. I read The 7-Year Slip by this author and I loved it. I loved the writing style. I loved the story. It was so cute. It was one of those books that you can't put down, and if this is like that, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, this next book has been on my TBR for so long now. I've owned it for a while and I just haven't read it. It's been on many monthly TBRs, but I've never read it. It's just it hasn't felt like the time is right. I want to read this before the year ends, and that book is Ghosted. I have heard such great things about this book. My cousin read this book while I was with her and she loved it. She read it in like less than 24 hours. She said it was one of her new favorite books, so that makes me excited. So I'm hoping that I can get to it this year. I feel like the fall would be like the perfect time for this book, so hopefully we'll read it then. Okay, this next book, I'm currently reading the first one. So this is Daisy Hates. I'm reading Magnolia Parks right now. Well, rereading. I read that one like 2 years ago when it first came out, and I never continued the series. I kept seeing it everywhere. I have all the books, I just haven't read it. So I'm rereading Magnolia Parks because I forgot a lot of what was in there, and I'm almost done, so this book is gonna be next. I know everyone says you're not prepared for Daisy Hates, and that makes me nervous, but I'm actually super excited to meet her character. I've seen a glimpse of her in Magnolia Parks and I think I'm gonna like her. Okay, this next one, it's way overdue. I need to read it. I feel like it's an OG. Six of Crows. I feel like it's time though. Like if I want a fantasy before the year ends, I'm gonna go with this one. I know like the premise of it, but that's all I know. I really don't know anything else, so I think I just need to do it. Now we have One Dark Window. This book was raved about so much and I had to get it. I don't know much about it. I've seen it in a couple vlogs, but I don't know anything about it. I'm not gonna read the back. I like to go into books blind, especially fantasies and thrillers. Actually, any book. I'm not gonna read what it's about. I want to be surprised. The last physical book that I have on my end of year TBR is King of Sloth. I actually don't know the tropes of this book yet. I haven't really looked into it. I just know it's gonna be good. All of Anna's books are so good, and yeah, I have to do it. I just haven't had the chance to read it. Now on to some books that I don't have physical copies of. The first one is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. That is book 2 in the Powerless trilogy, and I just recently read the novella after Powerless. I'm just ready to get back into that universe. I miss those characters so much, and I can't wait to read it because I need to know what happens after book 1. If you've read a book 1, you know how it ends. You probably want to read book 2. I've just seen a lot of mixed reviews on this book, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also excited because I want to read it for myself. Then we have Business Casual by B.K. Morrison. This is book 4 in the Love Light series. From what I can tell, there's one for each season. There's like the summer, spring, fall, and winter. And Business Casual, I think, might be either spring or summer. So I want to read that soon before we get into like the fall weather. Yeah, I love her books. They're all so cute. All of the characters. If you haven't read any of the Love Light books, I definitely recommend. Next we have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. My last Ali Hazelwood book was Bride, and I loved it. It was so good. It had me hooked from the beginning. I know it's not for everyone, but I personally loved it so much. Not in Love, I again don't know what it's about, but I will read anything Ali Hazelwood writes. Anything. Then we have Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I love her books. I've read all her books, and I'm just excited for this one. Literally another author that is on my auto-buy list. I will literally read anything that Tara writes. Now we have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I read Forget Me Not, and I enjoyed it. I'm excited to read this next one, and I really want to see what this one is about, which is why I want to read it. Then we have The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I read You With a View. I think I read the arc, and I really enjoyed it. The writing style, the quotes, the characters, the plot, everything was so good, and I really enjoyed that one. And I can't wait to read this next one because I've seen such good reviews on this book. The aesthetics, everything looks amazing. I need to read it before the year ends. Now I have 3 books that are actually not released yet, but I know I want to read when they come out. First is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. That is book 2 in the Rose Hill series. First one, Wild Love, I loved. It's actually on my bookshelf. You cannot see it, but it's up there with my Elsie Silver books. I love that one. It was so good. The tropes, the characters, the storyline, everything about it I loved. I loved Ford so much. I just love Elsie's writing. It's so good, easy to follow. The ambiance that she creates, the world, the family, the found family, everything is so good. And I know Wild Eyes is gonna be no exception. I can't wait to read it. Next is another small town romance, Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. This is book 3 in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. The first 2 were so good. Small town romances, cowboy romance, easy writing. Like, it's just, I'm excited to get to this one. That's it. I'm excited. Lastly, we have Daydream by Hannah Grace, book 3 in the Maple Hill series. I liked Wildfire a lot better than Icebreaker. Icebreaker was not my favorite book. I know a lot of people loved it. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite. Wildfire I liked a little more. I enjoyed it a lot more. I enjoyed the setting. I think I'm gonna like Daydream a little bit more. I feel like the vibes I'm gonna enjoy a lot more than the other 2, but you never know. I have to read it. Those are the 18 books that I want to read before the year ends. Like I said, there's probably gonna be more. I'm probably not gonna read all of these, but they're just higher up on my TBR. But let me know which one I should read next or which one I should read for sure this year. I'm excited for other videos. If you have anything specific you want to see, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks for watching.